Hi everyone, glad you joined us today. I am Gagajoy, Gaga's cooking, Joy's cooking, and today we're going to make one of the most unusual recipes that I have. It's sort of a little story behind it. My brother was a pastor and someone gave it to him and he loved it, and then he said, well, I would like to get a case of the peppers and wieners, and he did, and then he gave them to everybody in the family, and everybody expected David to keep them in. They loved, all the men loved them. And when he passed away several years ago, of course the tradition was gone. So my son asked me not long ago, he said, Mom, why don't you ever make the peppers and the wieners? And I said, well, first of all, I don't have the recipe and I never did make them. Well, lo and behold, he brought me the recipe. Someone gave it to him, so he asked me to do it. So I'm giving it a try. This is called hot banana peppers and wieners, or a man thing, as I call it. And I am making half of a recipe only because it takes a lot of peppers, and that's all the peppers I had right now. I only had two vines of peppers, or 2 bushes of peppers, and I figured that I'd come out pretty good with them. So I'm going to show you how to do it. Then we'll they have to have a bath, you know, the water bath, and then we'll go from there. So it's just a simple recipe, but it's one of those unusual recipes, you might say. First of all, you put a cup of vinegar, a cup and a half of sugar, a teaspoon and a half of salt, and this is a whole cup of ketchup. Oops. Put it on the stove, and this comes to a boil for about 10 minutes. And then from that, then we put the peppers in. I used sweet bell peppers, or sweet banana peppers, and half hot banana peppers. And then I put a bell pepper in there just for more color. But it makes a beautiful batch. But, oh, I forgot something here. You have to put a cup of Wesson in it. Or any kind of vegetable. As you see, it's unusual. So, I hope you'll be waiting for the results. Okay, now, I guess you call it a sauce, or my brine, we'll go with our brine too, has been boiling for 10 minutes. And I'm cutting my wieners up. I cut them in 5 pieces, and I used 16. No, I used 20. Yeah, it was 20. But normally you do 16, but I went ahead and put those other 4 in there. So our next step is to pack the jars. First of all, I'm going to tell you the whole recipe. Again, I am making half of a recipe. When you read the recipe on the video, you'll see it's a whole recipe. But I cut it exactly in half, and you may want to do that too. It's 1 quart of hot peppers, 1 quart of sweet peppers, a package of 2 packages of wieners, 1 cup of ketchup, 1 cup of vinegar, 1 1/2 cups of sugar, 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt, and 1 cup of vegetable oil. So now is the packing. It's been so many years since I've canned anything that this is unusual, be unusual for me. My jars have been washed and sterilized, and then it's going to go in a bath too. So they are completely in good shape. And that's all you do, is you just keep it going and adding and adding. Like I said, it's unusual. I tell you that my husband, my daddy, and my brother just thought they were the best things in the world. I had 2 vines of peppers this year, and I guess I got just enough. I picked all I had, and it was about 25-30 peppers. That's why I decided to go with a hyphen one, because I just didn't have enough. I think what I'll do is add some, and then they'll shrink and I'll add some more. I gave up canning about 10 years ago. Even though I love, there's a few things that I don't think you can make as good as just plain old cans. And pickle beets, I think they're the best thing in the world can. Okay, that's our first one. They do look pretty. I'll give them that much. And I did use a good brand of Wieners. I got mine's Cons. Might have more than I think here. Let's see if we can get a few more in here. That's about I'm gonna get in that one. Maybe a little bit more in this one. Yeah, I think so. You cook the brine just to get everything, the sugar and salt and everything melted. And be sure and wear gloves when you're doing the hot peppers, because you're the one that suffers when you get through. I did. That was the biggest lesson I ever had to learn when I started canning peppers. Okay. I might put just a little bit on there. You know, I think this recipe probably makes 6 quarts. I'm making 3 today. As close to 3 as I can get it. Well, I just took them I let them cool down a little bit and took them out of the water, so now I'm waiting for them to seal. They look pretty good. It makes a pretty, you know, jar of peppers. So dry 'em. You know, you could love them. My husband, my children, my son love them. It's just, to me, it's a man thing. I'll go back to my 3 quarts of man peppers. I enjoy making them because I love doing things for my son when he asks me to. And so, enjoy them. Have a good day. Remember the joy always. Take care of yourself. Subscribe and ring that bell. And I'll see you soon.